The other day, my friend and I were walking down the street to the Max station. We were just having the normal banter. Then he looked at me. He did something pretty unusual. He asked me for $1. He didn't think much of it at the time, and I asked, why do you need $1, man? And I gave him some trouble, beating him up on him, just because I'm a dude. And then he said, I don't have any money to buy food today. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, man, I need to go get something off the dollar menu. So like, okay, here, have the $1. And he's like, thanks, man. And then we split up, and the rest of the day went on. That got me interested. So I did a little bit more digging and some research on the internet. I found out some rather shocking statistics. I found out that according to the U.S. Department of Commerce, 28.8% of all college graduates, 25 years of age and older, are below the line of poverty. So I thought that was extremely shocking. We went to college. We have a 4-year degree, and a quarter of them are below poverty line. It's very amazing to me. And I thought to myself, how many students on campus are not able to have food every day of the week? How many people here don't have the means to live like they want to? So I went through, and this is a big problem. The problem is that there really are kids in campus that are starving. We've all heard of the anecdotal starving college student, but there are literally people on our campus who don't have enough food to eat on a daily basis. So I went around and I found a resource on campus, the PSU food pantry. So I went there to get a better idea about how this problem is affecting our students on campus. So I went there and I was surprised to find my friend from math class, Liz, working at the desk in this small, cramped room filled with shelves that were almost barren. I walked up to her and I said, oh, hey, how you doing? We got the normal banter out of the way. And then I dropped the bomb, so to speak, and I asked, how many people utilize this resource on a weekly basis? She turned to the computer and she opened a spreadsheet and she scrolled up and down a couple times. And she looked and she said, about 50 people. And we've logged 250 items taken from the food shelter this week. I was like, wow, there's at least 50 people on campus that don't have the means to feed themselves on a regular basis. I thought, this is crazy. And if there's 50 people that willingly go and get help, how many people are there that are either embarrassed or ashamed or afraid to ask for help that don't? This could be a big problem on our campus. So I know we can reach out to these people, even if they're afraid or embarrassed about their problem, through a number of programs that exist already through the government and through the school. One program that I'll talk about in particular is called the SNAP program. Now SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. And it's like the next generation of food stamps almost, except whereas in the old system where you had to literally hand in the food stamps as a physical payment, you now use a debit card. So in the past there had been problems with people being either embarrassed or ashamed, like I mentioned earlier, about literally handing in food stamps. So now with the card, you can just walk into the store and you're just another normal person buying food. So it's a really great morale and confidence booster for the people using the program. This is the SNAP program logo. So if you see this anywhere, you're walking around town, you can stop in and give them a hand. And then I looked up on OregonHunger.org and I found some interesting statistics about the SNAP program's enrollment. In Multnomah County alone, there is 135,000 people enrolled in the SNAP program. The SNAP program isn't just for students, it's for anyone that qualifies for it. Some of the qualifications for students, which have been touted as being rather rigorous and difficult to fulfill, are being a paid employee working 20 hours a week, self-employed, earning equivalent to 20 hours minimum wage a week, participating in a work-study program, or a student having a child under the age of 6, or a child under the age of 12, and not having means to daycare that would compromise a student's ability to go to class and have a job. The SNAP program would provide them with food and assisted living, just like it would count for elderly people and children alike. And then in 2011, Valerie Carnes from the PSU Financial Aid Office stated that 60% of students in our school receive financial aid, and that though many of them qualify as low income, the requirements to be enrolled in the SNAP program are somewhat rigorous and many people do not get through. So we can all reach out and take an active part in correcting this problem and making sure that these resources are available to everyone and anyone who needs them. So an easy way to reach out is to go on your computer or pick out a piece of paper and write a letter to Governor Kitzhaber expressing your concerns about the harsh requirements to getting into some of these food assistance programs. Or you could go down to Portland and visit some of the soup shelters and help man the lines. Next time you're at the grocery store, you could get a couple sale items and throw them in your basket. And then the next day, bring them into school. Give them to the food pantry. It's as easy as doing that and going down to room 232 in the Smith Memorial Student Union building. You might even see Liz there. Thank you for helping. Have a nice night. So people.